Okay. Let me check in with Nick Carter. I finished, I think the last time I actually chatted about this, I finished Nick Carter's Ghost Story, which definitely had the positive thing of we're depicting a crazy uncle who Colonel Richmond who's stupid enough to believe in the spiritual side, the spiritualist ghosts sort of side of thing, and getting he's a perfect target for con men and con women, spiritualist mediums who all are like trying to get him to do stuff, and we it's revealed, yes, this was a whole con job and the thing. So, and it's pretty much matter of fact of like, oh yeah, we have that crazy uncle. So there's that's great. um I have just just started. I'm on chapter 3 of the mystery of St. Agnes's Hospital, where a alcoholic gardener type is missing and is presumed dead by his brother. And yes, at the start of the story, it's like the person that the brother suspects is a doctor who has a black servant, they use the word Negro in the story, which I think we'll go with that is racial epithet. I will not say that word again, other than reading it out loud in the context of the story written in probably 1900. Probably is this is though I think it was 1893, 1894, and then like 1900. I assume that's in just the order of the stories. And he has a black servant who Nick Carter in the last story disguised himself as someone, which is very easy to do in stories. He's just like, oh, he disguised himself as this, and nobody noticed it was a different guy. And in this story, he disguises himself as the black servant. So it's I'm assuming it's a white guy putting on blackface to pretend to be a black servant in this story. But yet again, it's like, you know what? If I try to disguise myself as another person, and my just A, it's ridiculous, and B, it's racist. So there's both. I mean, it's not getting played as comedic, ha ha ha, minstrel play. Here, it's a detective who can just transform his, like, maybe a la. I should be thinking about it a la like Mission Impossible, where you can put a mask on and suddenly you look exactly, Philip Seymour Hoffman looks like Tom Cruise or something like that. Maybe that's the level I should be looking at it as. But yeah, it's just that's one of those notes for this story. There's sleepwalking in this story. There's a doctor, yes, sleepwalking, cutting off a head and dropping it in a giant vat of acid that dissolves it like within seconds, which is like crazy in itself. Yeah. So it's an interesting story. The Nick Carter stories are very meat and potatoes. This is men's fiction. We're not having any interiority. We're having very much matter of fact, procedural, do what you do. And in some ways, it's so stripped down that it's like, oh, okay, this is the platonic example. Well, maybe it's probably something by Elmer Leonard is the platonic of example of this. But it's like, okay, well, Elmer Leonard was doing this like in starting like I think the 40s or the 50s, and then going all the way up to the 80s or 90s. I don't think he went later than that, but it's like, oh, okay, this tradition of writing was here for a while. It makes me think about Elmer Leonard. It makes me think of in the literary sphere of someone like Ernest Hemingway, who was writing men's fiction, but it was literature men's fiction. I don't know if you can jump from there to other great male list makers of procedurals and kind of that whatever that thing is of dude bro lit, whatever the hell that is. I don't. I This is just crime fiction. This isn't dude bro lit, but it's also bro lit, bro fiction, no nonsense, kind of that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I just thought I'd stop and go, oh, our Nick is doing that this time. That's interesting. All right, I'll leave it there.